Okay, so the formulas from 11.1, this is where we learn circumference. So you need to memorize this. I will actually write the circumference formulas on the board. They're going to either be 2 times pi times the radius, or you could also use pi times the diameter. This one I'll give you. However, you need to memorize the formula for the arc length. And that formula, there's 3 variations of it. It's always going to be the measure of the arc divided by 360, and then you're going to either multiply it by just a capital C if they give you the circumference calculated, or sorry, this shouldn't say area of the length, this should say arc length. Sorry, let me fix that word. This should say arc length, not area. Arc length. And then same thing, but instead of putting a capital C, I'm going to put the formula for circumference, 2 times pi times the radius. Or we can also do the formula when they give us a diameter. So it doesn't matter, it all depends on your given. However, all 3 calculate the arc length. The arc length, this is always measured in linear units. And what I mean by that are inches, feet, centimeters. The arc length is not in degrees. So it's like measuring the crust of a piece of pizza or a piece of pie. It's the portion of the circumference. That's why we are multiplying that ratio by one form of the circumference. Memorize this. This is what we did in 11.1. Also in 11.1, we converted from radians to degrees, or degrees to radians. You need to memorize these formulas. So when I want to convert from a radian measure to a degree, I'm going to multiply that radian measure by 180 over pi. When I want to convert from a degree to a radian, I multiply it by pi over 180. For the degrees to radians, I want it as a simplified fraction. I'm going to do an example of each. So you're memorizing this conversion ratio. So for example, let's say I gave you the radian measure of pi over 2, and I wanted you to convert that to degree. I'm multiplying these. All right, so if I give you pi over 2 radians, and I want you to convert that to degrees, you're going to take the radian measure that you're given, and you're going to multiply that by 180 over pi. Notice the pi's cancel, and now at this point, you end up with 180 over 2. This will divide evenly, and it's 90 degrees. When you convert from radians to degrees, you can either leave it as a simplified improper fraction or divide it, okay? For the degrees to radians, though, I want a simplified fraction. So let's say I gave you 45 degrees, and I want you to convert that to radians. I'm going to multiply that by pi over 180. I want a simplified fraction here. So you can either choose to simplify before you multiply, or multiply and then simplify. I can divide both of these by 45, and this reduces. I can divide this by 45, and this by 45, and my final answer is pi over 4. So I want it as a simplified fraction. All right, so the formula is from 11.2. This is where we learned area of a circle. And that formula, there's only one. It's pi times the radius squared. Then we also learned area of a sector. And that formula, so area of a sector, which is like the area of a piece of pizza, is equal to measure of the arc divided by 360. And you're either going to multiply it by the area already calculated, or they might give you a radius, and you would have to multiply it by pi r squared. So it all depends on your given when you're calculating area of the sector. Again, also remember, if you're given a diameter, you need to turn it to a radius. So remember, to turn a diameter to a radius, you divide it by 2. And those are all the formulas that you will need to memorize for tomorrow's quiz. Tomorrow's quiz has 11 questions. So again, remember the quiz is 11.1 to 11.2, 2 sections. Memorize the formulas. Bring the required calculator for this course, the one on the back wall. If you do not have the appropriate calculator, you will not be able to solve the quiz. So make sure, because you need a calculator with a pi button, and my basic calculators do not have a pi button. So make sure you have a calculator. There will be 11 questions, and some of the questions will be multiple choice. And again, on any of the questions that are multiple choice, if it's a decimal answer, all of the answers will have them all rounded to the same place. Majority of the questions are rounded to the hundredths place.